Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the C-Block mod pack. So last time, we need to fix that, that's a problem. Okay, last time the virtue of what happened was we set up this little area down here where we're crushing slag, or making slag and crushing it to supply mineral oil, mineralized water to this entire array of green algae things. And we decoupled our slag production down there with the slag production up here, the mineralized production up here. So all of this mineralized is going to this crystallizer. Though right now very little is because those are not supplied. We can go and fix that. Those are running low too. I should just switch those over to the higher tier ones that run on electricity. I will at some point. What am I doing? Crotinium there. I'm actually getting really used to that flashing power symbol. I know it's annoying, and I apologize for that, but I've grown accustomed. What was I doing? At some point we need to deal with this too. That one. Okay, we should have a ton of slag accumulated. Let's go grab it. Well, a bit of it. Quite a bit of it. This isn't going anywhere anymore, so we can take that away. So excuse me. My plan at the moment is to double this. I want to get this going twice as strong, so that we're gonna have tons of power. And in the meantime, all of this will be producing like a bunch of landfill for me and a little bit of several things. But I was gonna double this, so let's do that. We need more bins. Huh. Tons of iron all of a sudden. So, if we want to tier up, if we wanted to go to the next tier and start producing anything else beyond this, what we really need are these green circuits. Maybe we should make some movement in that direction first. So green circuits, let's see. Green circuits require basic electronic circuits and iron. Basic electronic circuits require basic circuits, which we have already. And then these two things. Solder requires solder plate, which needs tin and lead. And alginic acid. This requires carbon and tinned copper, which again requires tin plate. So to get tin, we need bobmonium. Or we could potentially... How else can we get that? From bobmonium? From stereotype chunks. That'd be a lazy way of doing it. We don't have an access to flotation devices yet. Flotation cells. Bobmonium. More bobmonium. Cupric ore. How do I get that? Bobmonium. Okay, so we pretty much need to go for bobmonium, and bobmonium can only be made by mineral sludge. There's no other way to get to it. Mineral sludge is filtered from either slag slurry or crystal slurry. Slag processing 2 would let us begin doing this with ceramic filters, but not charcoal? What's geoprocessing 2? Is that far away? Geoprocessing 1, it's red-green. Okay, never mind. That route's gonna be far off. Well, reasonably far off. So... we're gonna make slag slurry. And we need to do some math on this, because about the whole getting sulfuric acid thing, I'm not sure that's gonna work. Oh, let's deal with that first. Like, I'm not sure we have a virtuous cycle, or we need to get one. Okay. Is this... No, go ahead and start researching, dude. And make some boards. Wow, went through all that brown algae real quick. Alright. So this area down here can take care of itself. I think it's completely self-supplying, as long as these two are getting enough charcoal. And they're ahead of the carbon. It looks like we're running a little low on carbon production. Yeah, this is starting to deplete a little bit. I think that might just be a problem here, though. These can't output fast enough onto this belt. Logistic problems more than supply problems, which we can handle. Okay, so that was what I was doing. I was gonna do some math, try to work this out. Excuse me. So, we have everything set up to do slag slurry yet? We're gonna need this. Sulfuric wastewater purification. Maybe not. I think we will. I think we will, though. So let's go ahead and move in that direction. Or should I get fluid handling? Piping? Barreling? There's many things I want. Don't need nitrogen at all yet. Eventually, we'll, pretty soon actually, we're going to be able to make ammonia, but I don't know if we have a need for it yet. Not until we get methanol going. Let's get this. Alright. Slag slurry. So 5 slag and 12 sulfuric acid becomes 50 slag slurry in 3 seconds. And it happens in a chemical plant. We made one just to look at it because it looked different. Like change the picture of it. It's like a liquefier, but worse, right? Oh, actually, we can make that on a liquefier. Never mind. So the speed, let me just make sure. The speed of that is 1.75. And a liquefier is only 1.5. So wait a minute. Never mind. Chemical plants are potentially better. Oh. I thought liquefiers were like ridiculously fast. Oh, never mind. Let's just, well, let's look at the cost of the two. So a chemical plant. A chemical plant is 5,555. A liquefier is 10,522 brick. This is more iron focused. This is more brick focused. Energy consumption 125. Energy consumption 250. Okay, I like the liquefier just for its lower energy cost. We're definitely gonna go for the liquefiers here. Sorry. We'll need the advanced plants to do gas stuff, I think. Okay, so a liquefier is gonna make slag slurry in 1.5 crafting speed. We did this somewhere up above. Let's just grab that. There. Divided by 1.5. So each liquefier can take 2.5 slag slurry, a slag, and turn it into 25 slag slurry. 2.5 slag to 25 slag slurry using 6 sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is going to have to come from sulfur dioxide gas and purified water. So that's 60 sulfur dioxide and 40 purified water to get 50 sulfuric acid. In 2 seconds. And this has to happen in a chemical plant. So we just looked at that, and that was speed 1.75. So each chemical plant can take 52.5 sulfur dioxide and create 43.75 sulfuric acid using 35 purified water a second. Okay, stepping back. Sulfur dioxide gas. That's not achievable. Just making sure you can only get it from sulfur. Yep. Sulfur dioxide gas is 1 sulfur and 50 O2. To yield 50 sulfur dioxide. You know, let's just call this SO2. So I don't have to keep typing it. I don't particularly know what the formula for sulfuric acid is. Is it H? I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. SO2. Is it HSO2? I don't know. It's kind of suggestive that it might be. But anyway, that's going to be in 2 seconds. So each one can go. And this is, again, in a chemical plant. So 0.875 produce 43.75. And the sulfur, we're going to mostly be getting from hydrogen sulfide gas. So 60 hydrogen sulfide and 40 oxygen becomes 3 sulfur in 2 seconds in a chemical plant. And we can't get it from that or from that. We will be able to get it from this eventually too. But let's not take that into account yet. We'll add that in after. Well, no, let's go ahead and look at that. Eventually, what I want to be able to do if I need to get rid of sulfuric wastewater is just flare it or clarify it, really. But for now, we might need to use it as a way to get sulfur back if this isn't a virtuous enough cycle, or if the ratios don't work out right. So 100 sulfuric wastewater yields 1 sulfur, 20 mineralized, and 70 purified in 1 second. And those have a speed of 1, so it's going to be the same. And we just learned how to do that. Let's get this. And make sure our factory is still all going. Can't get too caught up on the math. Need to make sure that things are still okay. I didn't mean to pick that up. Get more landfill. And this is backing up hard. We need to get more of these crystallizers out there, but it's okay for now. We'll just give you more landfill to expand. Let's make another one of those. and actually start making some steel. Okay. Well. Make sure this has enough iron to keep going for a while. It's got 47 backed up, but... And plenty of copper there. Okay. Alright, where were we? You were saying we're going to make sulfuric wastewater. Okay. Sulfuric acid, sulfur dioxide, sulfur, and hydrogen sulfide gas is the opening point to here, I believe. Hydrogen sulfide gas is from mud water. So 150 viscous mud and water becomes 150 heavy and 5 hydrogen sulfide. In 5 seconds. We just made one of those to look at it. I don't have room to put it anywhere. Down there. Okay, I'll look at it right here. Its crafting speed 1.5. So we're producing 1.5 hydrogen sulfide a second. We need 60 hydrogen sulfide to get 3 sulfur. This isn't even a closed cycle because this will be producing hydrogen sulfide and the mud that we'll eventually want to turn into crystals. But don't know how to yet. This is what took the place of nodules. Washing 2 is far from us. And down the line, we could turn into concentrated, which becomes lime, I think? Clay. And light becomes limestone. And thin becomes sand. Alright, so let's just work this out. Well, let's add another step. We'll add a step for the whole geodes. I'm not quite sure what this works out to. Is this saying it creates, let's see, 1.5, 2.1, 2.7, 3.45, assume 3.5, 5, 6. Does this create 6 geodes per for 40 heavy mud? Or does it, like, create an option of several of these. I don't know what it means when it says it creates 0.6 of a thing. But whatever. So back up to heavy mud. We figured out how to get heavy mud. Then heavy mud we are going to turn into the geodes. So 40 heavy mud becomes, let me just add it up. 1.5 plus 0.6 plus 0.6 plus 0.75 plus 1.5. This one is a bit less than 6 geodes in 5 seconds, which again are of speed 1.5. And the geodes we then use to make crystal slurry. Well, it says geoprocessing 1 is easier than geoprocessing 2. So I should be making crystal dust first. And then crystal dust... Now, there's nothing I can do until I get to geode 2. Basically, this thing I can crush them to get more stone if I need to. Well, let's work that out. Let's see. So crystal slurry can either become from 5 of a single type of geode, which will be really annoying. Wait a minute. That's different geodes give different amounts? So red geodes give you 20, but purple gives you 40. Interesting. Ooh. That gives you 50. Ooh, so we're gonna crush some of them, but not all of them, probably. Well, I don't know. Let's look at the path. So the most ones we can get crystal slurry is 50 from 5, I think. There's also a tier at 20, 30, and 40. Okay, so 50 crystal slurry. So 5 cyan and 15 sulfuric. 15 sulfuric. Become 50 slurry. Which we'll need to filter and all that, but we'll deal with that in a moment. Add a liquefier, so did I do that wrong? Oh, I didn't say the speed in 3 seconds. Liquefier is 1.5, so 2.5. Why is that pointing the wrong way? Has that been wrong this entire time? Yeah, I think it was. Oh well. Alright. So 2.5 geodes becomes 25 slurry. 1-to-1, basically. So for let's look at red. So red, oh no, let's go the other direction. If we were to take the most better one, the best one we can get, and instead crush it into crystals. Wait a minute, do crystals, they yield different amounts of dust too? Oh, is it the exact same ratio? 2 becomes 3. No, 5 becomes 50. Wait a minute. This needs leaves. Leaves? Oh, this is adding so many complications. Everything still going? I'm not seeing screaming, so let's work out what the dust does. So 10 dust. Dust is 50 slurry. I don't really care about the timing right now. I'm just trying to figure out the ratios. 10 dust is 50 slurry. No matter what type of dust it is. I think we need a chart. So there are different type of geodes. Blue, cyan, light green, purple, red, yellow. They all have the same cost. We produce them in different quantities. So they don't really all have the same cost on a per heavy water thing. But we can't affect which one we get. So effectively they all have the same cost. Okay, let's just throw something. Water bores, probably useful. Huh. Is this having trouble? Mineralized is up, carbon dioxide is down. Never mind, let's switch over to this fluid control so we can force these to be better. Any backed up slag? Nope. Alright. What was I doing? I was looking at slurry. So 5 blue odes. Blue odes, what am I saying? Geodes! Blue geodes! Will convert directly over into 20 slurry. Cyan are 50. 50. 40. 20. And 30. Or turn to dust. It's probably all proportional, but I'm just double checking. Purple is 2. And what is this? This is a way of getting dust from farming. What are pips? Vegetable oil. It's possible that they intend for farming to be a way of getting essentially slurry. That's interesting. We'll have to see if that's a virtuous cycle once we've unlocked more farming stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of not worried about that at the moment. We'll deal with it some other time. Yellow is 2. Yeah, it certainly seems like these are moving in the direction of crystal dust. Light green, 3. Cyan, 3. And red, 1. So slurry, well, dust is, crystal dust, this goes to 50. It's 1 to 5. So this would be slurry, wait a minute, from dust equals that times 5. So in every case, it's better just to make slurry directly from the geode instead of crushing it. Well, that's boring. I thought there'd be like we'd have to use these directly to slurry, but use this one directly to dust. But instead, that doesn't seem to be a thing at all. Okay, we'll have to revisit this when we have farming worked out better. But for now, I'm just gonna move on. Let's make some more windmills. Why not? They're still contributing, and they'll lessen the drain on our algae farms, so we won't need as many of them. These are all like stopped. Why? No carbon. Ooh, that's a problem. We said we are gonna get fluid control to fix that problem, but still, let's pull some of the windmills back. Okay. Water bore. Sure. But what we need is an overflow valve. So that we only send carbon on to be turned into, we only send CO2 on to be turned into carbon if we have enough of it for the farms. It might just be a piping problem. I know that our piping is terrible. We have stone pipes everywhere. We did at one point work out how many of these we need too. I didn't actually look at that in a while. We need 4 of them, so 2 of these making CO2 is insufficient for this entire array. But we're limited by logistics anyway, so that's not my concern at the moment. What if I have these? I just made it. There we go. So we'll let that go for a little bit. Hopefully we can survive the power loss. And they're running out. It's not something I can ignore forever. But once we have these flush with CO2, they should be producing more fuel. Although right now, getting the fuel over there is the issue. Would it help to run both sides? Not really. These are going full 100%. This is lazy, but just to make this happen a little faster. Yep, we're running low on power all of a sudden. Although... Okay, it's starting to go again. It still hasn't filled up, though. Oh, this is... Okay, this is supplying that directly. We'll let these have time to fill up this side. Oops, didn't mean to grab all that brown algae. That's okay. We'll just throw it over here. How are we doing? Any more carbon yet? No, it's not accumulating. It will in time. It just takes some time to fully saturate all these. But yeah, these ones out here were going half as often as these out here. Even though they're all on the same line. Okay, that's working better. How about these? Any problems here? Yeah, there's our overfilling. Well, how terrible if we have extra, sorry. These are not going at 100%. Just because of speed. Wait a minute. If this isn't going at 100%, this should be. They can't drop their stuff fast enough, I see. Okay, well we can fix that a little bit. Just a little bit. Not the best solution, but until we get regular blues, inserters will fix a lot of these problems. But mineralized isn't a problem. Mineralized is nice and flush. So we probably need a secondary output. Let's make another one of those. What am I doing? I'm making another one of these things. Where am I gonna put it? There's not like a lot of room here. We need an underground belt. Might be like our second underground belt in the entire factory so far. Alright. Oh, I need to tell this. It's very, it's gonna be very unbalanced towards one side, but that's okay. One lane of the belt. We'll come back and there'll be a couple hundred landfill there at some point. Okay, this is getting over capacity. So probably the carbon's starting to pick up a little bit. 70 instead of 60. But still, not enough carbon. And now we're having power problems. Go for metallurgy, sure. No, go for advanced chemical refining. I don't need that yet. What things are locked away? These need these exploration tokens, which we haven't figured out yet. Geoprocessing 1 will be helpful, but that's too far. What is this? Plant processing. Yields raw stuff. A plant processor. Using vegetable oil filtration. All that's going to be really important, I'm sure, someday. I don't know why this is unlocked. I mean, it needs so much more stuff than we have. It's kind of out of place. Let's just go for metallurgy, sure. We have slag backed up a little bit. Okay. This is going not that good. Go ahead and put some more there. That's fine. Okay. Everything's going. We're a little having problems with power. I keep hoping that the carbon's gonna finish up. Like eventually we'll have saturated all our algae farms and they'll start backing up. Alright, this one's backed up. But it might just be because the pipes suck. Now these are all backed up too. We'll leave that for a little bit. It still has time to go really wrong. What were we doing? We were doing some research about this. So we always want to make Geodes, story from Geodes. Do we have the ability to make that yet, right now? We need a lot more room. Now, we're having power problems now. I think the right thing to do is to expand this like we were talking about earlier. So let's just work that out. You know, why would they let you... That's a really large paintbrush. It's bigger than my ability to place, which is a little frustrating. Right there. That went away so fast. I thought we had so much landfill. We had hundreds, and it just went away. Wow. Need to lower our expectations. Okay, we need to fix this. This isn't working. We were getting up to a decent clip though, 120. But that should fix itself. We have some windmills. Let's replace them. Ooh, satisfaction is terrible. Ooh, that's not good at all. I was confused because I thought that one looks like it's fine, but no, the other ones must be having lots of problems. Are we not making wooden bricks fast enough? Is that the issue? Because power? Well, we somehow managed to screw ourselves over here. Let's get this working again. This is a problem. I don't have excess fuel. It's all of my carbon is being sequestered on these belts now. See, that's the thing. You think you're so stable, you think you have everything all worked out, you make one small change and suddenly half your factory shuts down. Now we're working our way back up. Okay, it seems better again. But now I'm much more inclined to spend time fixing this up because we need much better power production in order to expand any further. Here's a problem. Huh. It all shut down again. What? What did I do that made this a problem? Everything was going so well, fine, and we just returned back to what it was. You have tons of carbon dioxide. It's because power is low, we don't have enough. Let's just steal some of this. This is really inefficient, but you know, we do what we can. Gotta get these burning again. Did the wind die or something? No, wind's not terrible. Oh, well, probably what started it is we started using these at full capacity. These were backed up. They're still a little backed up. But now that we're actually creating some landfill off them... wait a minute, that's sand. That's the right thing. Okay. These are going more, so we actually have overall increased power consumption. But that's okay. We need that. We need the landfill. Why is this going when it already has 100 algae there? Plenty of mineralized, plenty of carbon dioxide, right? Yeah. Well, somewhat. These are all going. Let's double this. I mean, it doesn't actually work that way. In practice, what we want is for when there's low power, for these to be taking up more of the low power. This is sufficient. One of these is sufficient to eat up all of these. Well, I'm at a bit of a loss. What did we do wrong? It was all going so nicely, and then we said, hey, let's try to build up a bit more carbon. And now suddenly we can't power our factory anymore, no matter what we do. It's not even like a mineralized problem. I know I need to get these eventually, but... right now, just so little space. I'm tempted to go for this, just for the extra source of CO2. But I know I don't need it. I think that might be a crutch. No, let's start working out these. Iron smelting. Oops. Ah. You know, I don't know how to deal with that. Let's just upgrade all these. So I can stop stealing carbon. What did we do wrong? Okay, wait a minute. I want to look at this. Charcoal. That's what this is all about. Charcoal production. And our charcoal production is up. We just spent most of it and turned it into CO2. Right? Where's CO2? It's a fluid. In theory. Was pretty stable, but now it's all fluctuating. And we tried to increase it, and now it didn't stick. Darn it, we should have just sat on that plateau, and things would be fine. I think we're recovering. But yeah, that really shows us how thin the margin is. Let's make some more windmills. Maybe the windmills will help things. At least these are all well supplied now. They were not being supplied at all. Now they're at 90. Wait a minute. Is this not... They're not going at capacity because they can't output fast enough. No, this should have been fine before. Never mind. Okay, wait a minute. This is crazy, but let's wait. Let's give us some time for our power to replenish, because we've got a lot of green stacked up here that can just sit. We'll throw all this charcoal into our factory, our power production. Just for a bit. We're over time. So, okay, thanks everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young. This is Factorio, using the C-Block mod pack.